tell yourself over and over and over and over you can't do something, guess what? You're not going to do it. Dan had been telling himself for 20 years he could not be a full-time storage auction buyer. When I met Dan, he had 20 years of experience on me. The day he got pissed off, in like 6 months after the day, I never saw him again. He had 22 years of experience to my 2. What was the difference? Number one, I had goals before I even went out there. I didn't know what storage auctions were about. I heard about them, but I didn't really know. But my goal was, and I wrote it down, bam, 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 I want to, because the contract office furniture business was starting to suck wind. We were entering a period of contracting office space. The average office is much smaller now, 10 years, actually 12 years now, than it was back then. And it's going to get smaller. I just saw the trend and I was like, well, I could stay here and continue to fight with big boys. Or if I really wanted to do well, I was going to have to travel all over the country and manage projects all over the country. I didn't want to do that. I hate business travel. Travel for pleasure is fun, but business travel, living in hotels, when I was younger, it was cool, but now, hell no. Well, I got out, wrote down the goals, and went out with an expectation of being successful. This is something I learned from one of my sales managers. He said, before every presentation in your mind, say you're going to nail it. Now, we live in America where you're supposed to be humble. You're supposed to be very thankful and happy when shit goes right. You're not supposed to say, I'm going to go in there and I'm going to nail this presentation. I'm going to knock their socks off. You're not supposed to say that because that's not humble. My sales manager, and I really thank him, he was pretty much balls to the wall type guy. And he's like, sometimes he would punch me in the chest. He's like, you're going to nail it, right? I mean, hard. I was like, what is wrong with this fool? But I got the message. You must be convinced before you can convince the client. Because I have gone into sales presentations. In the beginning, I wasn't smooth. I wasn't slick. I had a lot of energy and enthusiasm and passion. That got me over. That got me deals. And I started to learn because you need something to work with. You just can't get good thinking you're going to get good without actually going out there and doing some things. Well, I learned to expect good things. Does this mean it's always going to good morning, good morning, good morning? It's morning for a change. In keeping with the current theme of this channel, we're moving it to making money online. How to make money online. How to have the proper mindset. The video you just saw before this part of the video is actually up in the Hustler Mindset Project. And that's only a few minutes of it because it's 44 minutes long. So if you like that, you're going to love the whole thing. Just go ahead and subscribe and you can check it out today. Now let's talk about Fiverr. I've heard about it for the last year. I've known people to do a few things with it. But it's better than advertised. Now, that's really rare. This is one of the people that I found on Fiverr that I checked out. There's a lot of people there, and there's a lot of them making money from home legitimately. Now, let's really break that down. As you can see, she has quite a few offerings. There's several things that she's doing. She offers services, actually a few services I'm going to purchase because in making this channel better, making my business better, I have to outsource. That's one of the things that I'm doing. I've been just streamlining, and someone even sent me an email. It's like some of the things you're doing, it's like you're trying to get rid of people, and guilty because, hey, I said it before, I said it again. I'd rather have Sparta, 300 whatever folks who are working on projects because, it's really nice. People are opening up, and it's just going to get better and better on the inside of the Hustler Mindset Project. Understand my mentality because there are some people who, if it makes money, you should do it. I am looking for freedom. Understand, freedom to me is more important than money. I could be making way more money than I'm making right now, But I would not get up out of my bed, walk across the living room, dining room, turn a corner, and bam, step into my office every day. I wouldn't be doing that. I would be out there on the road, sucking exhaust, fighting with other bidders, doing that stuff. I made a choice to make less money to have more freedom. If you don't understand that, then you don't really know what true value is. But that's you. But for the other folks who understand that, you get it. And with that, I'm looking for as many ways as possible to make money online. For the last 3 years, that's what I've done. I have made money online. This is all I do. I don't go anywhere. I don't punch a time clock. And several of my products make money 24/7, 365. So that's what we're going to be talking about in the Hustler Mindset Project. But as you can see, as this scrolls along, she has several different things. And let's really talk about Fiverr. There are so many ways you can make money with this site. It is ridiculous how much money you can make with this site. I mean, dude, I'm blown away. I'm blown away because I've spent the last 3 months looking at it, looking at people, studying it. And, that's what I do before I say, hey, I'm going to recommend it to you. Because like the other day when I put up currency trading, there were some people that was like, run, don't do it. It's the devil. Okay. Any business that you get into is risky. Any business. There have been McDonald's that have closed locations. That's a well-established business model. Even they have missteps, or sometimes the neighborhood changes. The demographics change. Things change. But many people who are in the markets, whether it's stock markets, commodity trading, currency, whatever, a lot of folks don't make a lot of money doing that, period. So there are people who lose, there are people who break even, and there are people who do very well. I know people who do very well with currency trading. As I clean up some projects, and I'm going to tell you exactly what's going to happen. I'm going to go ahead and open up the trial account, but I'm going to do it in real world terms. I'm not going to take the 50,000. I'm going to start with 500, maybe 2,000, real world money, and just track it for a few months. That's what we're going to do. I'm not going to say, hey, jump in there, take your life savings, because I'm the guy that told you that I lost $1,000 on the storage auction unit. That was one of the first videos on this channel. So I know about loss. So I'm not trying to lead you down some path. Essentially, I want to find as many things that can make you money with the least risk possible. But the reality is, everything's risky. That's the real world. So this notion that you're going to make a lot of money safely with no risk, you're a dumbass. If you even believe or think that's possible, you're a dumbass or a criminal. And oh, wait a minute, if you're a criminal, there's risk. So even the criminals know there's risk. But back to the deal. We're going to talk about how to trick out your financial life because, as I'm talking and you're seeing her sites, you can go to Fiverr, sign up, check her out. She's really making money. Now, the trick is you just can't do one thing. See, that's where people really start to slip up. There's so many notions. I've looked at so many bulletin boards, forums, and all these things, and people are looking for a very point A, point B, make money, cash out, go to the beach type lifestyle. I haven't found it. Everything for me, my personal experience, that I've made a lot of money, I've had to work. And I don't mind. Understand, I do get the notion of work smart versus working hard. But there's still some effort. There's still an application of a service, a product, or something. I don't know of anyone who's making a lot of money just sitting on their butt that at some point wasn't busting their ass. If you bust your ass in the beginning, you build up whatever you're working on, and it becomes really great and makes you a lot of money. That's one thing. I know people who worked 20, 30 years, made money, got it somewhere invested, and they're caking off that every month. But many, many years ago, they worked extremely hard to build those businesses to get the money to live like that. That's the problem with so many people. They're looking for something easy, quick, and profitable. But the problem is, if there's a system like that and someone sells that system, it's going to be easily replicated and the results are going to be quickly diluted. I want you to really think about this. The harder it is to do something, the less people who are going to do it. Think about that. The harder it is to do something, the less people are going to do it. You're looking at it from, God, it's hard, man. It's really hard. If you look at it from, whoa, that field is not crowded at all. Shoot, and jump in. Okay, I sell books. I write books, I sell books. I have looked, and the number of writers who have robust YouTube channels is like, that is super, super thin. Going forward in the coming decade, that's going to change. It's going to change because authors are going to have YouTube channels, a video presence. They're going to have a lot of stuff because, believe it or not, just believe this. Self-publishing field is not crowded. I know you're going, no, it's crowded. I heard, there's all these ebooks. No, it's not. There's an untenable stigma that's still attached to self-publishing. And that stigma keeps a lot of people on the sidelines who are great writers, who could be making a grip of money right now, but they're waiting to get that published deal. I figure we have another 2 to 3 years before people realize that's just not the way to go. Then, bam, we've got the first movement, the second movement. And understand, Kindle, self-publishing, this thing is really about 2.5 years old where it's really been like, bam. It's very, very early in the game. It's very early in the game. So there's this whole wide open field, but you have to put in work. That's the problem. Now back to Fiverr. I want you to sign up, check it out if you haven't already signed up, and do this. Take a sheet of paper and write down everything that you know how to do. I don't care if it's walking a dog. I don't care if you know how to throw darts or whatever that you're really good at. Write it on the sheet of paper. Write it down. Anything. I don't care how obscene, whatever. Then once you have created that list, then go to Fiverr and see if people are doing it. If they're doing it, great. You can see if they're making money. If they're not doing it, try it. Don't go, it won't work, it won't work. Try it. You may be amazed. I've reached out to a few people, and I know of several folks who work at home. Usually a lot of mommies. This is a great move for someone who wants to stay at home and raise their kids, yet have income. A lot of mommies are doing $1,200, $1,500, $2,000 and $3,000 a month from this site. Now understand, they work. Let's not get it twisted. During the day, they're raising their child, and probably at night in the early morning, they're doing this stuff, and they're putting in work. Let's not get it twisted. Let's not even get away from that. You're going to have to work. Okay? Are you with me? Work. W-O-R-K. Work. Not put something up, do 2 minutes of work, and get paid because you got to get paid, man. No. Learn that you have to work, have a strategy, and work smart, and you can make money truly from home. I'm going to do more videos like this because there's more opportunities as the internet evolves, more things open up. Because, 5 years ago, Kindle didn't exist. Kindle was making people millionaires. Something that didn't exist 5 years ago is making millionaires. And the thing is, Kindle's not going to disappear. At some point, it's going to mature. But it's not going to disappear because as long as people like reading or like to be entertained or like to be educated or like to learn how to do something new from someone that they trust, there's always going to be a market for that thing. Always. That's one of the reasons I did the video last year while Glendon Cameron's out the storage auction business, because people are like, hey, you made a lot of money, you're full of crap, if it was that good, you'll still be in it. Once again, if you've been watching this channel for any length of time, what have I said? It's a marathon, not home runs, base hits. And I calculated, if I hit my goals with my writing business, because it is a business, in about Well, this is year 3. Year 5, I anticipate to be making more money than I did in the storage auction business. Now let's examine that. Year 5, not year 1, not year 2, not year 3, not year 4, but year 5. It's a plan. It's a plan. And when I say more, I'm talking about like double what I was making in the storage auction business. Because I have a wide range of topics that I write about. Just between you, me, and other folks watching this channel, I have more books up under a pen name than I do under my real name. Didn't know that, did you? Didn't know that. Yeah, see? Didn't know that. That's a little secret right there. And one of my rules is I'm never telling anybody that pen name. There's maybe 4 people that know and they crack up. And I make more money from those pen name books than I do from my storage auction books. So that's when I say Kindle is making some loot. I am not lying to you. But you got to write the stuff. You got to put it out. And you got to know how to promote it. So that's the deal. So do that. Do that. Number 1, from the top, take a sheet of paper. And I'm being repetitive because what people do is they kind of listen to videos, then they do something else, and they come back and they miss something real crucial. Then I get a question about something that's covered in the video, and I'm like, okay. So I'm going to be way more repetitive. So from the top, take a sheet of paper or several sheets of paper. Everything that you know how to do, I don't care what it is. Anything that you know how to do, you write it on that paper, then you go to Fiverr and you create an account. Do this today. Don't wait. Don't play around. Do it today and see. And I want you to think about this. Maybe your skill sets will make you an extra $120, an extra $200, an extra $300 a month. Let's peg it at $200 a month. That's $2,400 a year working from home that you don't have right now. For some people, that's the difference between the lights being turned on or off. Okay? Someone had put up in the comment section that they got into the storage auction business, was doing about $500 a month, and it's like, hey, ain't a lot of money. Yes, it is. $500 additional income is a lot of money. It's $6,000 a year. Understand? I am the guy that made a lot of money from a dollar section where everything was $1. The towels, the forks, the dishes, sometimes microwaves, lamps, all that stuff that you get all of the time in storage units, bam, it was $1. My partner and I just kind of thought about it for a while, but when she looked at the numbers at the end of a few months, she was like, good idea. Saw the money. Saw the money. So once again, marathon, duration, making money over a stretch, over a period of time. But this Fiverr deal is for real. It is totally for real. Now, for those of you who are in the Hustler Mindset Project, this is going to be one of the first money-making lessons because I peeped out some ways to make more money using Fiverr because you can use it for so many ways. There's so many ways you can make money with this service. And next week, that's going to be, bam, the first money-making course. I'm going to kick it off Monday, give you my ideals, my strategies, and we're going to rock and roll. So that's the deal. And also, really, on the channels, I've noticed a trend. And I didn't say anything because I thought maybe it was just an aberration. Just thought my mind was playing tricks on me. But for some reason, there's some asshole who is coding positive comments as spam on the channel. And that's one of the reasons, like, sometimes when I know something's going to be controversial, I'll just kind of like moderate the comments because there are people who come in and, it's not just from one person, the same person over and over. It's several people. And they'll come in and it's like, and it's a very good comment and they're like, bam, spam. Stop that shit. I'm like, you know what? If you don't like me, you don't like this channel, go move the fuck on, okay? Because it's one thing if you want to say stuff about me, I'm the channel, I put it out there, I'll debate you. I have people who disagree with me all the time. If you do it in a manner that's not crazy or, stupid, I'll go back and forth with you and I'm not going to delete your comments. But if you're an asshole or you think you're like really cute, I'm going to delete your shit. And I really wish there was a way I could go back and track your ass and just get rid of you. But stop that shit. Because I'm sitting there like, that's not a bad comment. It's not spam. It's actually very positive towards me. What kind of shit is that? People, I tell you, if you put as much energy into your own life as you did hating on me, you'd probably be somewhere in life. For real. As they say in the hood, real talk, dog. But that's this video. Take the advice, go there, check it out, and you too could be earning money within a few days on Fiverr. All right, this is Glendon, and I'll see you in the next video.